You see, home studios can be very expensive to set up. They require space, obviously, and good amount of money. With equipments like microphones easily costing 4 digits for a pro level gear. If you're not completely dedicated to your recording, it's likely prohibitive to put together a studio. Fortunately, you can get high quality USB microphone for your amateur work, whether it's making podcasts or playing guitar instruments for a fraction of the price of a professional and equipment environment. The Blue Yeti microphone USB condenser tri-capsule microphone is one such example. It's not very expensive. It's a mic that offers you 4 different recording modes of patterns and has extremely clear and crisp sound. And it costs a lot less than the company's high-end microphones. But it's very well built, robust, except for the wobbly buttons, the 4 buttons, especially the 2 in the front, and offers plenty of features for the user who's not quite ready to build themselves a professional studio just yet. It weighs a little more than 3 pounds, around 3.5 pounds, 1.8 kilos. It's a beast of a microphone. If it were gold plated instead of a dull silver, it would actually look more like a trophy for podcasters than a USB microphone. It's good looking, it's quite solid, robust as I said, except the wobbly 4 buttons. The 2 in the front especially are very wobbly. The foot tall microphone consists of 2 parts, the stand and the actual mic. The stand can be separated from the microphone. The microphone can be tightened onto the stand so that it does not move a lot using the 2 screws on the different sides. The stand is a 7-inch tall piece of nearly solid steel, weighted or made heavy to keep the mic from tipping over, and featuring a very large adjustable axle upon which the mic can pivot up and down and tighten as well. If you're looking for a smaller microphone which is more portable, then the Samsung Meteor mic, which weighs just over half a pound and has a stand, can easily fold up when it's not in use. However, its audio quality isn't quite as good as the Yeti, but I would still say it comes quite close to the Yeti, around 85 to 90% as good as Yeti's sound, but it lacks flexibility in the sense that it's only a unidirectional microphone, while the Blue Yeti microphone has 4 different patterns or different directions. The microphone itself is quite fat, 7.5-inch long, bullet shaped hulk with a silver body and a chrome tip, covered in 3 dials and a mute button, and featuring USB and 3.5mm jacks on the bottom, along with the screw mount for use when the mic is off the stand. This isn't recommended, though. Removing the mic from the stand's axle leaves a handful of washers on each side that have to be aligned to replace it to the stand later. The 3.5mm jack is a headphone pass-through. The USB mic takes over the headphone output. Besides its size and build quality, the Yeti's biggest appeal is its multiple patterns, the four patterns, that is, a dial on the body on the rear side lets you switch between stereo, that primarily captures from left and the right ends, sides, and separates them, cardioid, the one that I'm using right now, which captures from the front, primarily omnidirectional, that can capture from all the sides 360 degrees, and bidirectional, good for duets or interviews, making the Yeti a very versatile mic. The different settings can really change how your recordings actually sound. So I'm using the cardioid right now, and around 10 to 12 or rather 12 to 14 inches away from the microphone. Right. So the different settings can really change how your recordings sound, as I was saying, either by reducing ambient sound or noise or opening up the recording area to allow multiple people to talk or play instruments. Let's talk about the performance. Yeti's voice quality is excellent both for individual users and small groups. The cardioid mode is great for podcasts and for voice calls, while the omnidirectional and bidirectional modes are great for interviews and group discussions. Um, it picks up sound very clearly without any interference or fuzziness, and the adjustable gain helps to reduce the ambient noise while keeping the clarity. Right. As a USB microphone, the Yeti isn't suited for a dedicated studio. For a home recording setup for semi professional use, where you don't want to spend too much, it's a solid choice. The laudable audio quality and 4 different patterns makes it excellent for podcasts, interviews, amateur musicians, and garage bands who can't put up together a true multiple component, multiple microphone studio. Guys, I hope you found this information useful. You have a good day.